front across the IceRays zone. Picked up by Breyer. Tries to play it up the right side, but it's in the middle of John Russell, who gets it back. Now Russell, far side, comes back near side, he scores! John Russell was sweeping in, went across the crease, and just tucked it around Brandon McKay, and the Jacks have a 1-0 lead. O'Brien comes in. Tries to cut it at the corner, goes behind the net instead. He's pinned up along the glass. Worked free by Breyer. Breyer tries to go in front. He holds, he shoots, it rings off the post. Comes back near side. Breyer to the chance, he scores! Nate Breyer, a second chance, initially off a post. He finds Twine and ties the game at 1. It's picked up by Schatzer off to his left. He'll play it from whence it came, and picked up by Brendan Miller. Now Miller in the slot, he takes a shot, it's kicked away, save, it's a score! This time it's Mason Kruger to tuck it in on a rebound, coming from Brendan Miller's cut off at the blue line. And with 6:39 to go in the first, the IceRays have a 2-1 lead. Takes a pass, tries to go back D to D, cut off, near come the Jackalopes, 2-on-1. Right side, Tampa showed off the circle, he holds it, shoots, it goes off of McKay's glove and in. McClay had it off of his leather, but just went up and over the black pad. And for Shodol, that's his second shorthanded goal, and the Jacks have tied it up at 2. Drifted back to the blue line, kept in at the blue. Thrown toward the net, cut off by Mikov, quick shot, goes off the far side of the net, maybe went off of McKay, but either way, played back up the far wall, and back out to center ice. Here comes Colton Mikov, 3-on-2, takes a shot, he scores! Colton Mikov, a ripper of the wrist shot from the blue line, 5-hole through Schatzer, and the IceRays have a 3-2 lead. Just beyond midway through the second period of play in this hockey contest overall, Jack's coming in right then left side circle, his shot is tipped away by McKay, rebound went off the backboard, tried to glove it from over top of his net, and instead whistled down, and now late check on Brendan Miller, draws all kinds of bodies in the far side corner. Coming in late on the play was Carter Wade, who laid a hard check on Miller and the boards, and now everyone's trying to be separated by the officiating crew. Tyler is in there, and most of the scrumming has finished with Miller at the center of it, as well as Mikov. Tucks back in, down low, played in front, Carreras is there, backhand chance, saved me by McKay, rebound comes back out, and the second chance is stopped down by the netminder. McKay was sprawling out to his left side, and Carreras could not lift it over the netminder. Now into the corner, could have taken a shot, instead dished off. Now McLean, one-time chance, just off to the right side, and Karam sits in the near point to Corrali. 10 seconds, now McLean, down low, quick shot by Shodol, blocker down by Tucker Bender, in front puck is loose to the crease, no whistle just yet, everyone on top of it, now finally the puck comes out, and with 2.45 left in the third period, the net is dislodged, which eventually is what causes the whistle. Face-off is scrubbed, that Johnson is on top of it, and that'll do it here from the Ector County Coliseum. The IceRays get the first win against Odessa this season, and they just squeak away with a 3-2 victory here from the Permian Basin. A scrum for the puck for both sides, and it's forced up but not out. Glove down by Corrali, another shot blocked in front, backhand, a chance, back door, saved me by Graham Hunt. Shodol fed a player in front, and the netminder stoned him down, going off to his right side. And don't get those two confused with first name and a last name, both the same, as the IceRays do get it up but not out. One-time chance in front, they score! Brandon Tugger from the middle of the slot, got a wide open puck and slapped it by glove side of Graham Hunt, and the Jacks take a 1-0 lead. IceRays are there, they move it up. It's Bevilacqua to play it. Now Cavanaugh and McGlynn, both in the area. McGlynn gets it left circle. He holds on, takes a shot. He scores! Andy McGlynn, an odd angle shot, gets his 4th goal of the season, ends a very long goal drought, and ties the game up back at 1. Is poked back to Cavanaugh right end with 45 seconds left on the power play. Cavanaugh, quick shot, locked down in front. And comes back behind the net to Johnson. Back in front, quick shot, they power, they score! Brad Power, he gets his first power play goal of the season with a nice feed from Carter Johnson back down low, and the IceRays have a 2-1 lead. Mason Kruger, right side wall, gets by Zach, beats it in front, goes out to McGlynn, he takes a backhanded chance, he scores! Andy McGlynn gets 2 goals tonight, a backhanded chance by the far side of Dean Schatzer, and the IceRays have a 3-1 lead. As Russell gets the buck first, drops it back to McKellar. Now behind the net, Zach tries to spin, lays it in front, near side circle. Stewart, his shot, he scores! Connor Stewart found a seam through Graham Hunt and wide open the room in the right circle for Connor Stewart. That's his first goal of the year, and the Jacks are back within 1. Back, one-time shot by Selleck, blocked in front by Colton Mikov. Now 35 seconds remaining on the IceRays penalty kill. Back far side now, walking, another shot, they score! A screen in front helped out Eric Carreras, who gets his 11th goal of the season, second on the power play, and now we're tied up at 3. CV Bryant, but a little too far out of his reach. He lays out for it. Bryant tripped up in front of the Jackalopes net, but Kavanaugh comes in off the bench, takes it away. Kavanaugh trying to scoot in, takes a shot, he scores! Regan Kavanaugh found 5-hole underneath of Gunnar Rivers. Feed off right side with a drop ball pass into the neutral zone. Big hit on the near side by Mason Kruger on Corrali. And it goes back, IceRays up at the side. Selleck winds and fires, he scores! Oliver Selleck, a hard slapper just inside the IceRays zone. Top shelf over Hunt, and we're tied now at 4. It's Zach Zeck, juking his way through to the blue line. Faulkner, his chance, off 2 different bodies, comes back near side. Now Zeck, far side chance! Oh, it's wiped out! Graham Hunt got on top of it, puck comes free. Zeck backhand chance on the far side of the net. IceRays sprawling out to keep it out, and Zeck, 2 golden opportunities to take the lead, and he could not convert. Right side, Shuttle stops at the blue line, feeds it back to the blue line of his own. Tattered in through to the IceRays side, and that'll do it here for regulation time at the Ector County Coliseum. Oliver Selleck's lone tally in the 3rd period pushes this one into overtime. Taken away by Toby Kircher. Now Kircher will spin around. He did pick up a goal against Lone Star last weekend. Has 2 points in 3 games coming into tonight. Kircher juking in, gets to the slot, takes it back into chance, he scores! Game, set, match, Bilko! Toby Kircher, his 2nd game winner of the season. This one in overtime, and the IceRays claim it 5-4.